Hello, this is Teresa, and I am going to do a fast. Now, I said fast, and I mean it, because yesterday I got way carried away with my video, and I just want to do a fast flip through of what I've got so far. So this is kind of my idea for a journal cover that I've been playing with, but I don't think I'm gonna carry through with it because I thought I was executing my idea that I would wait until I finished the signature before I did a journal's cover so that I could make sure that it was big enough, and this ended up not being big enough at this point. So it kind of would be okay. I'm still not really sure because I haven't finished what I'm doing yet. So I feel like it's not going to work. So I actually have two signatures that I'm working on, and I haven't decided as to whether I'm going to do one journal with two signatures or two journals. I'm keeping my options open. So I did just post in the Scrimping Mommy Facebook group that if you fancy to chat to offer some constructive criticism, I would welcome that, because, and when I say criticism, I don't mean, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I mean, like, oh, Teresa, I see what you're thinking about doing for the journal cover. This is what I like to do, or something like that. So offer advice and advice and inspiration is maybe how I should have worded that a little bit better. So I just lost my train of thought for a minute. I'm not going to go fast if that keeps happening. This is, yes, my favorite page. Let's see. How are we doing for camera? Okay. Can we zoom in without losing a decent screenshot? Sometimes I'll wonder, because I use an iPhone, if maybe, let's see. I just realized that it's better to pinch the screen on my software than to try and use the magnifying glass to go bigger and smaller. Because I know that when I use the magnifying glass, if I get too carried away, it'll go real big or real small. And I'm just like, stop, stop, stop. The software that I use is Switcher Studio, and it is a paid for subscription. I know Amanda was talking about doing productions where you could see her face and her crafting table at the same time. A lot of people like StreamYard. So Amanda, if you're watching this, that's something you may want to look into. And there is a free version of that. Another thing is you might even try Zoom, because Zoom, I think, is easy to show your desktop and to show your face at the same time too. And Zoom is free for like meetings that are under an hour, I think. So I have a paid for subscription, and I think I paid like $100 a year. And that's because that's part of my business. That's how I visit with my clients, is through Zoom meetings, because I'm virtual. So there's that. Now let's get back to the journal, because I'm already at 4.5 minutes and we're just not working towards quick at this rate. So I thought I would put one of the cute tiles in the front, kind of like a book plate. I may do a book plate type thing as well. That's my thinking for that. And whoops, let's see, was that in camera? Kinda, sorta. I need to zoom back out or this isn't gonna work. Wrong way. Okay, hold that there so that it doesn't push me out of the way. There we go. I think that's gonna work. And I am into using the sari silk for my tabs. Okay, so I just did this as a little embellishment here, and I used some of my mixed media pieces in this journal, and then we have a little envelope, and I did ink all of my ephemera with soft suede because that is the ink that I use to ink my projects with. This color is retiring and they're going to bring in a color called pecan something. I'm kind of excited about that to see what that looks like and see how I like that for inking. If not, I'll continue to use the soft suede. I've got plenty of ink. Another ink that I like to use is Early Espresso for inking. It's a little darker. And then another ink that I like to use is Petal Pink. I'm not sure if I'm going to say the right word, but to me it's like a patina, which is, you know, yesteryear, vintage kind of thing. So I like to use this color. I too like to ink everything with the same colors. One of the ways that I like to incorporate more than one color when inking is, the journal cover is a good example. Okay, so I was playing around on the inside of this journal cover. This was just a piece of chipboard that was included in a package of this Abigail, I forget what it's called, but this designer series paper. And so I did some gesso, and when I bought my gesso I accidentally bought clear, and so what I do is I take my white craft ink and so my white Whisper White craft ink, and I mix that in with the gesso so that it will be whiter. I mean, I'm not going to throw it away, so that's a good way to use it up until it's gone, and then next time I can hopefully be more conscientious and buy the white gesso next time. Okay, so what I was saying is I use the Petal Pink on here, but because this is like glossy, I think a lot of it may have come off because I'm really not seeing the Petal Pink on here. But this is a way to ink with more than one color in my opinion. So I'm not inking my ephemera, I'm just inking some like pages or cover or something like that of my journal. So we've got a side pocket here. And this is a nice deep side pocket. I'm not done with this. Right now I'm just trying to get the lay of the land going. I love to put old book pages in that are like educational, and so I try really hard not to cover up the words, because it's funny, I will start doing a journal and I'll end up starting to read what it says, and I'm like, oh man, I want to learn more about that, but I never get to that point. It's just kind of fun. So I have some Taperology ephemera that I've kind of been hoarding, so I used a piece right here. I was able to find a spot where I could put it down and still be able to keep the caption for the picture. This is another this is a page of my mixed media. I love touching this page because I used ink and I think I used Flirty Flamingo and I used glycerin. So when you mix glycerin with your ink and then you shade, or I might have used a wet wipe for this, to apply it. It makes the paper really soft. I love the feel of this paper. And then I use some texturing paste, some silver. And so here's one of the pockets with 2 of the chubby tags that I backed. This I backed with some designer series paper and then put some gesso on there just to give it some fun texture, and stenciled it. This one I decided to do a scrappy strip type thing, and then just put one of those cute little tickets that I made yesterday on there. Here I have a doily pocket, side pocket, with one of the tags. This tag I backed with straw paper, and then just use one of the ephemera pieces as a focal point. Here is one of my very first fabric ruffles. I think that's what they're called. Anyways, yeah, I did it. So I sewed a little bit, but I mostly glued to get it to do that, because I'm not very good at ruffles. So here is, and then I've got this file folder clipped in with a hidden paper clip. And I just have the file folder in here for right now. This file folder, I printed a background on the paper before fussy cutting it. And I'm anxious to see what Amanda does with her file folders. I did have it intended to do like a tablet, a paper pad, whatever, for this, but that's all the further my thought process has gotten. I love these hidden paper clips. Oh my gosh. This is straw paper and is so thin, and they go on so easy. Then I had a 1, 2, 3 pocket die that I bought off of Amazon. And so I decided to print one of the digitals off on some, I think this was balmy blue cardstock. And then I die cut this out. And now, so this will go all the way down to here. I haven't decided whether I want to glue right there yet or not, because sometimes I like to do it like this. And then there's this pocket here. So this is sealed right here, and this is sealed right here. So this is a pocket by itself. This is a pocket by itself. And I could put a big thing in here for these 2 pockets, because this top pocket isn't sealed. And I wished I would have done this a little bit better. The lines go this way and the lines go this way. So this one will be fun if somebody wants to journal on it. I am going to donate this journal to my daughter. She is an executive banker at Wells Fargo, and she has a team that she manages, or she manages projects for teams, and the one that she's got coming up is for to raise money for, it's going to be a raffle to raise money for kids' school supplies. So I'm going to donate this journal to her for her raffle. So then I use one of the pages for a journaling spot in the middle, and I use the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I always leave my strings a little bit long in case I come back and decide I want to put charms in there. This paper got bent and is kind of driving me nuts. I think I laid the sticky mat for the Cricut on there, and it really bends the papers. So here I've got a nice little doily from Taperology, and a little butterfly as a focal point, and another tag that is backed in straw paper, and then I did a little stencil from this butterfly before I glued the butterfly on there. Here we've got the other side of that doily as a side pocket, and one of the smaller file folders with one of those beautiful little bows on there. And I do like to combine shabby chic with grunge. There's the other side of that multimedia paper. Here I took two of the pockets from the kit and I layered them. So I have a little flashcard from the Secret Garden kit, and then this, I'm not sure I'm going to leave that there. Excuse me. And a little envelope from, I think this was a freebie kit that's in the group. That's the Scrimping Mommy group, Facebook group. If you're not a part of that, it is a fun group to participate in. And I better drink some more water. Sorry about that. Yes, so you might want to check that group out. She has Friday freebies. Who doesn't like free? Oops, I've got some little bits here. Okay. So then I made a little bookmark with this ephemera. Here is an envelope that I did a little cluster on, and it's being held in with another hidden paper clip. And we just have a little ephemera there, and one of the pockets, and then a little file folder that I'm planning on putting some paper in there. Just kind of taking my time to decide how I'm going to use these. I love them though. It needs a little label on it. Here's another file folder. This one, what I did was I do have a little paper clip there, but it's also glued onto the page. And so it's a fold down journal spot. And then I have this little paper clip here just to make sure it doesn't fold down when I don't want it to fold down. Here's another pocket with a little bit of ephemera, a little bit of gold ink here just to give it some texture and pizzazz. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some of the journaling basics, and I want to use the let's see, where'd that go? I want to use the typewriter keys, the little circles, and there's like, I think they're letters. I'm going to do like A, B, C here. I thought that would look really cute. And I love the little typewriter in that ephemera kit. So I'm going to use the typewriter somewhere too. But anyways, that will be a fun day to play with that stuff. Here's the other journal. And I'm still playing with this idea. I'm thinking I want to edge this out a bit with a piece of digital or something. This is a pocket, big pocket. This is a bag. There's a little tuck spot right there, a little cluster, just a little tiny cluster. And then on the other side of it, I what do you call that? Franken collaged it. And there's a pocket here. So I did my faux stitching. Journal spot, that's upside down, but I figured I could get away with it. Here's a music page from 1963, I think. I think I've got the date covered up with this pocket. And I did another pocket with one of my digital or mixed media pieces. And then I've got this bookmark that's backed with straw paper and an envelope. Still not sure everything that I want to do with some of these things. Some are done and some are just kind of hanging out. So here is one of the envelopes from the Secret Garden, the ones that have the journal spot, and then you fold them up. So I turned it into a pocket, and it has one of the chubby tags. So this is a floating pocket so that you can use the journal spot on the back. Oh, and then I just inked the avocado dyed paper. I love avocado dyed paper. I just love it. I love eating avocados too. So I'm really babying this old book page because I feel like somebody might want to read that text. I would. Then I have a belly band that I created during a challenge and put that in here. And one of the other file folders, this is the one that has the insert that you can print out and put in here. So I'll turn that into a little notebook. I think I skipped a page. I'm going to put this pocket in here. I just have to trim it down a little bit, I think. And I thought that would look pretty on the blue. Just a little focal point there. I put it up there so it wouldn't hide the text. Here we just have this as a little background. And then this little pocket, and we have a flashcard, couple flashcards that I haven't done anything with yet. And then I took some of the ephemera from the Secret Garden kit and I aged it. I love doing this to paper. This is one of my favorite things to do to paper. I used the glycerin so that it would feel soft. I just love this. And this is from, I want to say the Secret Garden, but I don't think so. Message, comment to me if you want me to find out and let you know. Here's another pocket with that. Oh, this is a file folder. These little paper clips are so strong. And the other side of the music sheet, 1962 to 1963. What's really fun is this is that song Little Houses, I think is what it's called. And it's the one that was on the Weeds series that was on like Amazon Prime, I think, or something for a series. And whenever the show came on, it would say little boxes, and no, I'm not singing any more than that. So then here's another hidden paper clip. I did a little something different, used one of the little tickets, and then I used a little bit of lace on there. that had an applique on it, I think is how you say it. And then another little journal that needs a label on it. Still lots of work. And here's another little background ephemera piece and another little focal point that I just glued down on the other side of the sack. And inside of the sack is a pocket, of course, and this is another piece of ephemera that I aged and made all old looking, vintage like. And then I just used a well-tailed tab on it so that hopefully it won't get lost in this. It's kind of a big pocket. Used another background piece here and another focal point of ephemera. And here I did a fabric pocket with lace on top of it. So there's a piece of fabric underneath here that has been cut with pinking shears, and then I just put a piece of lace over it with a couple of the little chubby tags. This one I used the label and I broke down because Stampin' Up has come out with their new catalog. Because I'm a demonstrator, I was able to see it, but it's not totally out yet. And I was disappointed because I had been sending feedback. I mean, and I'm not the only person in the world, but I know there are other people that have loved the product in the past, and some of the favorites have been Very Versailles, which is it has a doily that is grungy, and it has some other, they have a lot of fun grunge stuff. There wasn't a lot of grunge that came out. This is my favorite stamp set for junk journaling. And I wanted this and a lot more. And it didn't come out, so it's making me rethink. I'm hardly going to buy anything this next year. I don't know what I'm going to do, but one thing I did do was I bought a stamp set that is other than Stampin' Up. All my stamp sets are Stampin' Up. And because I wanted postal, I wanted numbers. So I used this number here, and I love it. And then I use this little like a cancellation mark, I guess is what they call it on envelopes. And I just love this, and this is what I want. And if I have to rethink where I get my products from so that I can do this, then so be it. This is some fun paper that I got from Amazon. And there's that one. So I like the blue sari silk to go with this, and I like this fuchsia like pink to really bring out the pink colors in the journal. So that's where I'm at right now. We're at 29 minutes, so hopefully that wasn't too long. And I'm gonna wrap it up, and hopefully